If there is any science which can help us understand what is the universe, what the universe is made up of, what is the fabric of the universe, it is quantum physics. Well, it doesn't mean that quantum physics is the only important science which we should study, but to study quantum physics, we need to have a very good grasp of the other basic sciences. Quantum physics is a science which sometimes would start to sound like spirituality, not because it stops being rigorous, but because it starts to confront mystery. Let us understand today something about quantum physics. Well, if you go by the definition, quantum physics is the study of matter and energy at the most fundamental level. It explains the behavior of particles like electrons and photons. It is a highly successful theory that underlies modern technology through its principles such as superposition and entanglement. These are counterintuitive to our everyday experiences. Now, this quantum physics has also led to many technologies which we use till date, such as lasers, smartphones, nuclear power, and it is essential for understanding how atoms work and why chemistry exists. So, we cannot say that quantum physics deals with atoms and electrons and photons. Let it be, it exists in the subatomic world. But quantum physics is very, very important because now we can see the technologies which are built upon this science. So, quantum physics is a very important science to be understood. We live in two worlds. One is the world of common sense, solid, measurable, predictable. The realm of Newton, where apples fall and gravity obeys reason. Then there is this quantum world, where reason bends, particles dance, and intuition takes the lead. Quantum world shifts from the predictable classical world of Newton to the strange microscopic world that operates under quantum mechanics. In the quantum world, ordinary logic no longer apply in the familiar ways we know. For example, a particle can exist in two places at once, that is called superposition. Then we have this observer effect. This observer effect in quantum physics reveals a mind-bending truth. That is, simply observing a particle can change its behavior. When left alone, these particles, such as electrons or photons, behave like waves, spreading out and existing in multiple places simultaneously. But the moment they are measured, they collapse into single fixed position, behaving like discrete particles. This strange shift has sparked deep philosophical and scientific debates about the nature of reality and the role of consciousness in measurement. This sparks a debate on the tendency of quantum physics to sound like spirituality. This effect is dramatically demonstrated by the double slit experiment, where particles pass through two slits and form an interference pattern. This is the proof of wave behavior, unless they are observed. When scientists attempt to measure which slit a particle goes through, the wave like pattern disappears and the particles behave like solid objects instead. The observer effect suggests that the act of observation itself alters reality at the quantum level, challenging classical ideas of objective truth and raising fundamental questions about how we interact with the universe. There was an episode of The Infinite Monkey Cage on BBC Radio 4 where a physicist was asked to summarize quantum physics in fewer than 60 seconds. You know what he said? A fundamental particle is everywhere at once and nowhere in particular until you go looking for it. Then it'll be pretty much where you expected it to be in the first place. Then he paused. Look, I don't understand this any more than you do. I'm just in the gig for the money and the girls. So quantum physics is easy and tough at the same time. Now, there is another theory in quantum physics called quantum entanglement, where particles fall apart can still affect each other instantly. These ideas bend what we think of as reason not because they are illogical but because quantum reality follows deeper rules that defy everyday intuition. This image here captures the essence of two particles mysteriously linked across vast distances. Their states are instantly connected. Doesn't it sound like spirituality somewhere where we can connect to souls and angels? So, quantum physics shows us that the world we call solid is not truly solid at all. When we look closely at the smallest scales, matter is made up of pulsing waves of energy rather than fixed particles. Instead of moving in straight, predictable paths like planets or apples, quantum particles behave like waves, constantly vibrating, interfering, and spreading out in patterns of probability, as if they are dancing through possibilities until measured. In this world, mathematics and experiment can describe what happens, but human reason alone cannot imagine it fully. It requires intuition, imagination, and openness, qualities beyond logic, to grasp even a glimpse of how it all fits together. So, while Newton's world is grounded in reason, the quantum world invites wonder, challenging us to trust our deeper intuition to see reality in new ways. This suggests the fabric of reality is fluid, dynamic, and deeply interconnected, and can also mean that everything in existence is actually just one thing.